I have ADHD and I struggle at work. Or let's say I did. And in just 5 minutes I want to explain you how I got rid of the concentration issues. And this video is not only for people who have ADHD like me, it is for everyone who wants to focus and concentrate better. So starting off first, why we lack in focus. So not only people nowadays struggle to focus with ADHD, like literally every person struggles with ADHD nowadays. So there's one thing, a lot of people think because they can't concentrate they have ADHD. But it's actually just about dopamine. And our dopamine receptors are just screwed up of all these dopamine drainers. And yeah, as you probably think, it is like things like Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, all messages in general where you're just getting these notifications, you're just looking at your phone, it's like, okay, and you're getting distracted, dopamine rises and so on. And one big factor as well, for example, is Tinder in terms of nowadays dating life and all the things with dopamine. But yeah, that's another topic. TikTok, Instagram, it is your phone in general. So step number one, we should get back to a more boring life. Or maybe just in the morning before you want to concentrate, work or study. So one of the key major things is I started with a really boring morning. And you're probably thinking now why I'm sitting on the toilet. Because it starts mostly in the first part of your day, and this was taking a huge... When I was sitting on the toilet every morning, I kind of got super bored, so I grabbed my phone. But that was the first mistake in the morning I could already do. Because instead of like grabbing a book or my iPad, which I just have here, and I just read on the toilet, it actually helped me to concentrate better. And the thing is, reading is actually really boring. Or like, it is boring when there's all these other things which spikes your dopamine. And reading the first thing in the morning on the toilet, which is actually super boring, helped me so much. Trust me. Coming to step number 2, boost your dopamine in the morning. So after finishing my morning ritual on the toilet, and it can only go up from there because there's nothing more boring than being on a toilet and reading a book, in my case. So I do everything to boost my dopamine. And so it's not coffee to boost my dopamine in the morning. I mean, as we all know from Andrew Huberman, not in the first 90 minutes. So I started with a tea to increase my blood flow, which actually wakes me up faster, and I also feel more warm, which will help me later on. So while I'm consuming my tea, I indulge in sunlight viewing in the morning, as we all know from Andrew Huberman, a second recognition to that. And with the boost in body temperature, I indulge myself in a cold shower. And this cold shower helps a lot to boost your dopamine. And on the other side, you kind of feel refreshed in the morning. And that all without your first cup of coffee. So step number 3, after dopamine triggers, it's easier to focus afterwards and you're not tired anymore. And if you're still tired in the morning, get more sleep or get better sleep. After this morning routine, you probably passes half an hour. With my increased dopamine, I can mostly start working. There's some ways where I read more just because I have this concentration already and I kind of enjoy the reading. But it's really up to you what you want to do. I prefer to mostly jump straight into work. So step number 4, my favorite and most productive time of the day, the dopamine kick of coffee. So after 90 minutes upon waking and I'm finishing already my first hour of work, nothing will stand in my way when I'm having my first cup of coffee. Especially people like me with ADHD, they're having an insanely benefit of consuming caffeine. And the coffee just kicks everything to the roof and I'm highly alert and focused for the next 3 hours, I would say. Yeah, depends, it's around 2 to 4 hours. Maybe I'm getting a second hit of coffee. And the things in the morning plus the caffeine on top brings me into a peak flow performance. And flow is a really important thing when you have ADHD especially, or in general when you want to become super focused and becoming work done, because that's your highest peak of performance. So coming to the last step number 5, implement. Now you have the blueprint from an ADHD struggling person who kind of fixed it, I would say. Means if I can fix it and I have ADHD, you can fix it for sure, even if or without the ADHD. So let me know in the comments if it helped you, and if not, maybe try out to change parameters and try different things out. And if it doesn't work, try to change up parameters. Maybe there are things I can learn from it as well. So find your own way, test it and improve it every day. And if you found something immensely extraordinary, please let me know. So guys, thanks for watching this video and see you guys in my next video. Bye.